In November 2019, a young Muslim girl posted one of the most shocking videos on TikTok. A video that would place the app in the middle of a heated discussion about freedom of speech, racial prejudice, and human rights. In the beginning, she pretended she was about to teach her followers a little-known makeup trick. But 5 seconds into the video, she stopped talking about makeup and started accusing the Chinese government of holding captive millions of Uyghur Muslims in prison camps and deliberately torturing, beating, and killing them without mercy. It was another Holocaust, as she put it. Needless to say, her video quickly went viral, getting more than 1.5 million views in only a couple of days, gathering the attention of the entire Western media and spreading a grim message that, at the time, was practically unknown by the rest of the world. However, ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, did not seem to approve of the video's message, and so they deleted it and banned the young girl from the platform. Now, it was not the first time TikTok had banned people that portrayed the Chinese government in a bad light, and for them, it was business as usual. However, none of the other videos had gotten so much attention, and the damage was already done. With most Western news outlets covering this horrible story on their front pages, and Western governments questioning TikTok's role in covering up China's horrible crimes against humanity. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. If you want to understand how TikTok, this seemingly unsuspecting app for teenagers and young adults, saw itself in the middle of a tech Cold War between the US and China, you first have to understand how they make their money, and also the sinister story behind their inception and exponential growth. So stay tuned, because that's exactly what we will be talking about in this video. But before we begin, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you like this type of content, also hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And without further ado, here is the insane story of TikTok. TikTok was created back in 2016 under the name of Douyin. At first, it was launched only in China, and it was very similar to Facebook, with most of the same features and user experience. Needless to say, it wasn't a big hit in the Chinese app market since there wasn't anything revolutionary about it. But as soon as Douyin merged with Musical.ly, another Chinese app where users could lip-sync videos and popular songs, Douyin achieved a breakthrough. The app instantly went viral within China, with tens of millions of downloads in only a matter of a few weeks. Hundreds of videos from users going viral on other platforms, and most people getting totally hooked on the app. And that's when the management team decided to rebrand the app as TikTok and launched it for the entire world to see. Needless to say, TikTok was also a success outside of China, growing exponentially as soon as it was launched globally, becoming the world's most downloaded app with tens of millions of monthly downloads, 100 million daily active users, and making a dent in the social media landscape. In fact, it now makes more revenue per user on average than some of the oldest and most renowned social media platforms in the world. For the sake of comparison, TikTok makes close to $1 in revenue per user, while Reddit only makes 3 cents. Now, to the unsuspecting eye, TikTok's growth and ability to monetize its users may seem like mere luck or coincidence. But for those who know the inner workings of the app and the subtle tricks it uses to hook people on the platform, everything becomes clear. For instance, the first trick TikTok uses to be extremely addictive to its users is to mimic the experience of casino slot machines. After all, the app has a never-ending stream of novel and visually stimulating content. And every time you come across a new video, your brain receives a hit of dopamine, the neurotransmitter that rewards our brain for a certain behavior. Now, every time your brain receives a big hit of dopamine, it starts craving that same hit again and again, to the point where your brain is constantly craving new videos in order to receive a hit, thus making you hooked on the app. And as you can probably tell by experience, this is extremely effective, and it's not uncommon for people to spend hours on end scrolling through their TikTok feeds watching video after video. Now, the next reason why TikTok is so addictive, and here is where things start to get shady for this seemingly unsuspecting app, is that it allows beautiful people to go viral. In fact, inside sources say that ByteDance instructed its moderator team to stop content from creators deemed ugly, poor, and disabled from going viral. And the clear goal of this murky policy was, once again, to keep people hooked on the platform. After all, almost nothing draws our attention and releases so much dopamine on our brains as seeing a person we deem attractive. And by selectively allowing only beautiful people to go viral, users would spend hours on end scrolling their feeds watching viral videos from attractive people, thus getting them hooked on the app a lot faster. Now, another reason why TikTok is so addictive and can easily get people hooked is probably the most sinister one. And that is, TikTok is exceptional at gathering data. In fact, they collect all sorts of data you can imagine, such as your location, keystroke patterns, phone book contacts, and even biometric identifiers like your face and your voice. And with so much data on their hands, they can easily predict your interests and behavior. And that's exactly why in 2020, Donald Trump, then President of the United States, decided he was going to ban TikTok. According to him, TikTok had access to unsurmountable amounts of data that could fall in the wrong hands, thus posing a clear threat to U.S. national security. Now, some people say that Trump was only looking to get back at China, since Twitter, Facebook, and Google are long banned on Chinese soil. While that is most likely true, several FBI reports had shown concerns over how TikTok stores and uses the data it collects from users. And not to mention that ByteDance's CEO's close ties to the Chinese Communist Party doesn't help much. So if anything, Trump being concerned about TikTok's use of data was not merely an excuse. ByteDance and countless TikTok content creators appealed to the ban, citing that Trump was attacking free speech. However, all of those appeals to the court were futile, and Trump ended up banning the app. According to him, the only way he could lift the ban was if ByteDance sold a part of TikTok to an American company. Fast forward to today, the ban has been lifted by Joe Biden, but TikTok is still under investigation over data security concerns. Now, the US wasn't the only country to use TikTok, China's most prominent app, as a proxy to attack the Chinese government. For instance, in June 2020, India banned 224 apps, including TikTok, after dozens of Indian troops died in a clash against Chinese soldiers. The Indian government, just like the US did, cited concerns over national security and data privacy. But most insiders and credible sources say that their true intention was to get back at China. A ByteDance spokesman in India said that the company always strives to comply with local laws, and they would do anything necessary to keep the app operating in India. However, the Indian government did not give them any guidelines whatsoever to reinstate the app, and so TikTok has been banned permanently. TikTok has also been temporarily banned in other countries such as Indonesia, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, under the basis that it promotes all sorts of inappropriate content. So as you can see, governments all around the world have been giving TikTok a hard time because of their practices. Now, despite being a free app, TikTok makes boatloads of money from their big user base and large amounts of data collected. And here's how. First, they have in-app purchases. That is, users can buy TikTok coins through the platform and give these coins to their preferred content creators. What's more, brands can also pay a few $1 million to get sponsored trending hashtags and make their products go viral, and so allow users to buy these same products directly within the TikTok app. However, their biggest revenue driver is a proprietary ad-serving platform called TikTok Ads. In TikTok Ads, advertisers can pay TikTok to show their ads on users' feeds, similar to how ads on Facebook and Instagram are shown. And since TikTok users on average are extremely hooked on the platform and their data prediction is arguably the best in the world, advertisers keep pouring in money into TikTok Ads. For instance, TikTok made last year more than $1.3 billion from ad revenue. Not much yet if you compare it with Twitter that made more than $2 billion or Facebook that made close to $50 billion. But if you consider that their ad-serving platform is new and advertisers still haven't flooded it yet, you will realize that TikTok ads might catch up with Facebook soon. Now, despite the clear setbacks TikTok is experiencing, the app still has big and bold plans for the future. For instance, ByteDance wants TikTok to dominate the influencer market, which is currently led by Instagram. And for that, they will have to invest a lot in order to bring influencers from other social media platforms and also continue growing their user base exponentially. Which, needless to say, won't be easy to do if governments continue to crack down on the app. TikTok also wants to become the biggest player in the e-commerce industry. And for that, they just partnered with Shopify, the biggest e-commerce platform in the world today, in order to allow merchants to advertise their products directly on TikTok videos, and also allow users to buy these same products without even leaving the app. thus making the buying process for TikTokers easy, seamless, and, most importantly, profitable. What's more, TikTok also has plans of partnering with Walmart, one of America's biggest retailers. In the eyes of Walmart, TikTok is the future of social media, and while those who realize this soon enough will prosper, those who don't will be left behind and run the risk of going under. Curiously enough, it's probably the first time that Walmart is innovating and moving ahead of Amazon in adopting new technologies, so I wouldn't be surprised if Amazon jumped on this bandwagon soon. But what is perhaps TikTok's most audacious future project is the augmented reality tool they are developing. For instance, they just partnered with Bell Mobility, a Canadian telecom company, in order to create a futuristic 3D augmented reality tool that allows content creators from all over the world to collaborate with each other as if they were side by side. Truly futuristic stuff. This tool is called Paint Portal, and if they manage to make it a popular technology, it will surely segment their reign in the social media space. Alright, and that was the insane story of TikTok. As you can see, even though TikTok has less than 5 years of existence, its story is already full of controversies. As it seems, governments will continue cracking down on the app as long as it maintains close ties with the Chinese government, and nobody can say for sure what the future holds for it. Now, I want to hear from you. What surprised you the most about TikTok's story? Let me know in the comment section down below. And that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and until next time.